Good morning, y'all. It's Darlene with Down Home Bites with Darlene. It seems like it's been forever since I've done a video. I took a few weeks off so I could get prepared for the Pecan Festival. It was last Saturday, I believe it was, and it went really well. It was a lot of fun and uh, definitely something I'm going to do again on November 22nd at this same location this one was at. It will be a Thanksgiving and Christmas marketplace. So I'm going to participate in that one. So as time draws nearer, of course, I'll give you more details on that. So we're really looking forward to it. Um, and can you believe it's already October? It's just this year has flown by. So, what I'm going to do since the month of October has the holiday Halloween in it, I'm going to do probably about one video a week now, and it will be Halloween themed. So, let's get started. I'm going to adjust this camera so you can kind of see what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. So, stay tuned. Y'all, this is a recipe I've done for years. When I used to work in the public, I would carry a bowl of it and keep it on my desk and almost have to refill it every day. So this is a really hard recipe. So you might want to like take notes. I'm being sarcastic. So first thing you're going to do, take a jar of dry roasted peanuts. Doesn't matter what brand. So let's open these things up here. Okay. You just pour that in a bowl. Then you take a bag of candy corn, whatever brand you want. Where did my scissors go? Let's see here. Yeah, it's obvious I haven't done videos in a while. I'm unorganized this morning. But anyway, take a bag of candy corn. It doesn't matter the brand, and you just pour that in there with it. Then the only thing you do is mix these up with your hands. And if you eat the candy corn and the peanuts together, it tastes like a payday bar. So it really is good. It's just so simple. And so then what I do is I bought these little Ziploc bags from Hobby Lobby. And they are, you get 30 count, and they're regularly $3.99, but they run them for 40% off during the fall, and they're perfect for things like this. So you can just, grab you some, put it in your little bag, zip it back up, and then you've got treats you can hand out to trick-or-treaters, or I'm gonna let my husband take some of these to work. Just all kinds of ideas you can do with that. The other thing that I like to do is to make it a little bit different. Take another bag of candy corn. Now, I'm not going to use all of them because I need to use some of them for the caramel apples I'm going to be making here in just a few minutes. Decoration. Some more peanuts, and you don't have to use the whole jar for this. Maybe about that many. That's about half a jar. Mix that up. Now, to make it a little bit different, take your Halloween M&Ms. And you can do this at Christmas too, because if I'm not mistaken, I think at Christmas there's even Christmas color candy corn. These are black and orange. So add about half a bag of that. I'm going to use those for the caramel apples also. Mix them up. Still tastes like a payday bar with just a little bit of chocolate in it. It's so good. So I'm going to put these in the little bags, and they'll be ready. Now the next thing, that's so quick and so hard. So the next thing I'm going to do is make caramel apple slices. So stay tuned and we'll get right to that. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, I know that last recipe was like really, really hard. So now what I'm going to do is make some, it's either caramel or caramel apples. I'm not sure how it's pronounced correctly. I usually just say caramel. So I'm going to make caramel apple slices. Uh, in a few minutes, we'll get started here, and I'll show you what all you have to have. So you never. I have an unexpected guest. And sir, what would you like?
A snack.
A snack?
Yes.
Okay. What are you supposed to say?
Please.
Well, what's the Halloween word you say?
Trick or treat.
There you go. There's you some.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh man, you never know who's going to drop by. So let me get the camera adjusted and we'll get started. Okay, to get started, you'll need about probably 4 or 5 Granny Smith apples. And since we're making pops, lollipops, what I did was slice them like this into like 4 slices. So you'll get 2 like this, and then you'll get probably 2 that are more like this. So that way, now myself, I can't imagine a person who cannot sit down and eat 3 or 4 whole caramel apples at a time. I can do it. But there are people who want little tiny bites, plus kids. So this is a good treat that you can actually hand out for Halloween night when you have trick-or-treaters, or just something you can send to work or carry to work for yourself, or just keep them in the fridge when you want a snack. So that's the first thing you do, is cut your apples up. And then I've ordered these bamboo sticks from Amazon. They do have a point at the end of them. I'll show you what it looks like here. See, like that. And if you order the bamboo ones, you know how sometimes you'll buy the wood ones and they'll start splintering. These don't do that. So that's what I like about them. They come in different sizes, but this is a good size for that. Now, you also need to get you a pan, and I just use my Jelly Roll pan. Put parchment paper over it, and see, I have some long bamboo sticks too. So I'm going to put 2 on here because I kind of wanted after I dip the apples, to lean it on it so it has a chance to kind of, drip off the excess. You want to go ahead and get your stuff ready for decorating too. So I'm going to use some of the dry roasted peanuts that I had. I also found these sprinkles at Walmart, I think it is, and it's got like 4 or 5 different sprinkles in it. I'm going to use some of the M&Ms that I had a while ago, some of the candy corn. I'm also going to melt some white chocolate. Now I use the white chocolate wafers. You can get those at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or anything. Those you can do in the microwave and just a glass. I'm going to use a glass measuring cup. And sometimes when you use those, the chips that you would buy maybe to make cookies and stuff, the chocolate will not melt. It will seize like it, and then it's worthless. You have to throw it away. So I have found with these wafers, it's just easier to do. So now the first thing to get started is you use 13 ounces of caramels. Now I always use the Kraft ones. I've used them for years and it always turns out. Of course, you unwrap all of them, put them in a saucepan, and put 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. You're going to put it on a medium-low heat, stirring it constantly until it's melted. So let me do that. When it gets melted, we'll come back. Okay, our caramel is melted, as you can see. So usually what I do is I just kind of lean the pot over like that, and then just start dipping. Then lift it up let it kind of string off a little bit, and then just lay them on there. So I'm going to do a couple of them here, because I'm going to decorate some with chocolate too, but they all have to have caramel on them for sure. So let's put some sprinkles on those two. Maybe some M&Ms. There we go. Okay. You can also do this with whole apples. You don't have to use slices. Same procedure. And I think the whole apples would probably be about maybe, I think it's about 4 or 5, I guess, apples, if you do them whole. Be sure not to get this on you because it does burn really bad. So I'm going to get the rest of these dipped, and then I'll come back with some more decorating. Okay, we got them all dipped in caramel. Some of them I decorated just right on there. And so then what I did was I melted the white chocolate wafers in the microwave. Do that about 30 seconds at a time, and then stir them up until it's melted. So I'm going to go just do this thing like this. Okay, so before that gets dry, let's add a little bit of decoration to it. I love this. You can just flip around to different. There we go. And then I just think that's just so neat. Oh, here's some orange. Let's do some orange. It keeps each one of them sealed too, so you just have to pull the tab on it. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's put some more white chocolate on there. Okay, now I'm even going to put a little over these, just like almost like a mummy or spider web kind of thing. So we'll put some M&Ms there, some candy corn on this one. Okay, I've got one down here. Do a little bit there. Get the sprinkles on that one. I think I tried a while ago and it didn't stick because my camera had already started getting hard. Here we go. So also what you can do is see, like I've got some left and I have some apples left. So we can actually dip the apples in the chocolate too. Like this. Put some M&Ms on there. There we go. We'll just keep doing this. It's all done. Let's put some sprinkles on. It's just so many different things that you can do with this, and like I said, this is really good to give out for trick-or-treaters, or running out of room here. There we go. And then the bags that I used previously for the candy corn mixture, peanut mixture, you can also put your apples in there. Yesterday I made candy apples. I absolutely love candy apples. Let me get some parchment paper. Sorry about that, I wasn't quite prepared. Okay, let's finish dipping some of these apples and chocolate. Now you can also, I've seen this done several times. I think I've done it myself actually. Um, if you want to do like dip them in caramel first, put those in the fridge, and then bring them out and dip them in white chocolate, put them back in the fridge or the freezer, either one. And you can just dip it. If you do it over and over and over, you'll have a big thickness on the, sorry, you'll have thickness of the chocolate and the caramel on the apple. And now I'm using Granny Smith on these, which is fine. Those yesterday I made candy apples, like I said, and I used Gala apples. I probably won't do that again. I would probably rather use Granny Smith or the Red Delicious ones. I absolutely, like I said before, I love caramel apples and candy apples, but I've never been brave enough to make candy apples. So I got brave enough yesterday and I did it. It was so easy. All you got to have, make sure you have, is a candy thermometer, and which I finally bought me one after this many years. And it didn't take any time, and they turned out so good. But the only thing was, is I did not have any food coloring, so mine had to come out. It was clear. Still tastes the same. It just looks prettier when you put a color in it. So my husband and I were in Savannah on our honeymoon last year, and there was a shop there, a candy shop there, and they were already, we were there, I think it was in like July, because yeah, it was July 4th weekend, and they already were doing Christmas candies and stuff. Well, they had done candy apples in not only red, but they had done them in green and blue. They were so pretty. It just gave me all kinds of ideas now to do. I think that's the last of my chocolate. We'll just put M&Ms on that one. There we go. So, okay, well, that is the end of the Halloween treats for this week. What you can do is set your pans that you put your apples and stuff on in the freezer or refrigerator till they start getting hard. And then you can take them out and put them in individual bags, or just put them, on a sheet pan, a tray or something. Just I would just keep them refrigerated so that they will stay fresher longer. And I'm sorry, I feel like I've been all over the place this morning, so it's taken me a little while to kind of get used to doing this again. But as usual, please follow, share, subscribe. I do have a YouTube station also, and I would love to be able to get at least 100 subscribers on there. I think I may have like 26, so I got a ways to go. But if you can, please, it's Down Home Bites with Darlene at Darlene Borre, and that's Borre. So please subscribe. And also, just a reminder, I know the holidays are coming up. So, or birthdays, whatever occasion you have, I bake cakes, pies, bars, brownies, cookies, breads, everything. So if you would like to call or send me a message to order something, I will be glad to get right back with you and give you the price, and we can set up where to meet, or you can come by my house and get it, whichever one. But I'd be glad to help you out. So like I said, this is Saturday, so I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week. Thanks for visiting.